Let's hit record. So there
Yes,
we go.
you are now.
All right. I was looking, I was like, where's my red dot? Oh, it's not there. Okay. So, but yeah, Amazon's really picky. It's good if you can get it. But again, like I said, usually if there's a customer that comes to your website, and they have to come through your website, not your link. That if they are an existing customer with Amazon, sometimes you will not get credit for it. If they can have any inclination that they potentially could be a relative, you won't get any credit. If they're totally new to Amazon and sign up for Amazon or get the Amazon Prime, then yes, you will get credit for that, and any future purchases that they have. So just be careful when.
How do you let somebody sign on with Amazon in your website if you can't put a link?
Oh, you can put a link. You have your links. Once you get your Amazon, get approved for Amazon, you have links for Amazon. For every product you get, you create a link. Okay. You have a link. It's just that when you go to the free ad sites in your social media, you can't say, get your Amazon products here on my website. You can't say that. That's in their rules and regulations. You can say, get your Christmas, or your holiday or gift shopping or whatever through my blog system, and when they come to it, they can see the Amazon information there. But you can't say, get your Amazon merchandise here.
Amazon can't be a draw to your website.
Yeah.
Okay.
You need to direct them to your website to do shopping, and then once they see it, then they can see it that you have Amazon products, but you can't tell people to come to your site to shop for Amazon.
Okay.
That's again because Amazon has their own Amazon site. So you don't want to do that. The other thing you want to be very cautious of is that most people, when they sign up for Amazon, you will actually start getting phone calls and messages from people that claim that they are Amazon, saying that they want you to buy an Amazon store or an Amazon site, and they're going to charge you like $500, $600, $700, $800. Don't do that. Amazon does not do that. They do not sell websites. They do not sell affiliates to their stores. I've already been through that. They do not do it. The only thing they have is affiliate marketing, and that's it. Amazon is the only one that has an Amazon website. So if you get an email or phone call from people saying, give X amount of money and you can market Amazon, no, Amazon's always free.
Okay. I'm putting that down.
Yeah. So yeah, you will probably get, emails and phone calls from people, or text messages saying, get your Amazon website. They do not do that. Amazon is the only person that has an official Amazon website. All you have is your PBS where you market the affiliate program of it by creating your pages. So don't fall into that trap. I've had a couple of my students fall into that trap. I almost fell into it. The only reason I didn't is because we actually have an Amazon distribution center here with the office, and I called them. And she's like, no. And I actually forwarded her all the information and contact information that I had on the person that sent it to me, and they handled it from there. But yeah, so I'm just passing that along that no, Amazon does not sell their website. So you cannot have your own Amazon website. So
that's cool. I'm glad you said that.
Yeah.
It seems like I have naive written across my forehead or something. People just.
No, it's not that. It's just people are out there, and especially this time of year, they're just out to make a buck. I actually had one of my friends had his whole checking account wiped out last week because he went to a gas station that he normally doesn't go to and used his debit card at the machine. And I have several friends of mine that are police officers, actually one of them is the chief police officer. And there are rings of thefts that actually have real debit cards, credit cards that has a chip reader in it, that has a chip in it. Those chips can be reprogrammed. And what they do is they go to these gas machines, the pumps, and they put their card in, they get gas, but that reader is programmed to read every credit card that put in a PIN number. And it goes into a spreadsheet, and then all they have to do is go home and print out that card and PIN number, and they can shop and do whatever they want to with your credit card.
I tell you, they're awful, aren't they? That happened to me. I lost $4,000.
Yeah.
And to me, that's a lot of money.
It is. That's a lot of money to anybody. So that's why I say if you go to a gas pump and you want to use your credit card, use it as a credit card because they cannot use your zip code. Do not use it as a debit. Always use it as a credit. If you can possibly go inside, go inside. But if you have to use it at the pump, never use it as a debit. Always use it as a credit.
Hang on.
Hey, how do they do, is there, I noticed on when I've been into the menu and it has Black Friday.
Yep.
I mean, what is that? I mean, is
that's just a specialty page that you have, and all it is when it gets closer to Black Friday, you'll probably start seeing it in the next couple of weeks, especially on CJ, is they will put up specials for Black Friday deals. And what you can use that page and put advertise your Black Friday page, and then you will have all your affiliate marketing that has any kind of Black Friday deals going on, and they will just come to one place to shop instead of saying, hey, writing an individual page with like clothing sales or shoe sales or toys or anything like that. You will have it all in one place that says Black Friday deals, and then you will direct them just like you do with any category page. You know, I have computers, you know, get your HP computer for Black Friday special. And then I will direct them to my page for any computer programming or software or, you know.
so you've got to fill those links in. You just got to go and put in all your different items on that one page.
Well, you can do, it's going to be like a menu page. I don't know if I still have mine up. I used to have one. Let's see if I got it. And
yeah, it is getting close to be that time again.
Yeah, I actually started a different one. It's called Promotions and Deal. What is it? Promotions and Holiday Shopping. Let's see if I can find it. I'll go to my site. And because I used to have a Black Friday page, but I think I changed the title of it. So we'll go here and see.
Well, there you have to be very careful on your Amazon. You can't put your Amazon on that one then.
You can actually you don't want to say Amazon,
right?
But you can actually put it on there and then direct them to your page for your Amazon.
Okay.
So I actually have it right here, promotion and seasonal sales. And so I've actually started this and went ahead and put it. So whenever I update it, I will come here. So I actually already have some of my titles like Black Friday, Last Chance Forever. So I already have that in there. I had my back to school promotions. It directed them to my back to school page. Like my holiday, Halloween, this is my page, you know, for wine, build your own costume. They click on that and it goes to a page for them to buy their costumes, party favors, and everything like that. So then I have this one here is going to be for my Christmas gifts, ideas, and more classic toys. So I already have my titles in here. All I have to do now is create the page for them to go to. And like I said, stay in touch for more. And then they can fill out my registration form. And then I'll let them know whenever I start adding more stuff based on what I'll send them an email because they registered for my emails. And then I'll just send them a link. Hey, I've added a new page in my promotional products, and they can come in here and look at it. So I already have the page created, and just letting them know all the different titles that I'm going to be putting in there. So whenever I start writing my Black Friday, then they'll just click on this ad and it'll go straight to my Black Friday pages, depending on what I want to put in there. Now I think I had one. Let's see if I got a Black Friday page. Let's see. I can't remember. I changed my pages. So, you know, I got 225. So I was actually trying to go through this week and update all my wine pages. And I was like, good Lord, Sheila, how many pages you got in this thing? Which is a good thing. There's a little something for everybody. So right here, I have my shop, my unique Black Friday deals. So that's the page I created. And what I'll do is when Black Friday comes, I'll already have this page in here, and all I'll do is just go in here and update the programs that are in here for whatever the newer ones are. So if this one is still here for gaming, then I might just go in here and put in a new picture and a new link to their new gaming information. Spa Finder, the same thing. If they got some new ads, I'll go in and grab a new ad for them. You know, the one-stop shopping gift ideas. This is just basically banners I put in for this company for Black Friday. You know, this is the one for the appliance connections where they got their appliances. I know they always have good sales on theirs, so I'll probably go in there and grab some more. Like my vapes and e-cigs, I actually have a couple of more companies that I've gotten approval for, so I'll expand this and put links in there for that. And then just expand it for some more clothing lines and things like that. So this is a pretty lengthy page, but everybody can shop here. And then probably what I'll do is some of the other ones, you know, like I'll have a title here, Bath and Body. I'll probably actually put a link in here for my Soap Creek products, and put in another link that will go to my environmental friendly or eco-friendly products page. So even though I'll have like little banners for different companies, I'll also have links to pages that I've created in here. And I never take it down, so when Black Friday's over, this page will still be active. And what they'll do is whenever they come here and click on any of these, it will take them to that page, and they will see any new updated. So when they actually click the affiliate, whatever the new updated sale or promotion that company has, it will take them to their website, and they can see their clearance, they can see their back to school, or they can see their new promotions, you know, savings, but they'll be able to still shop with this company. It's just that particular one may not be active anymore.
So you don't have to keep changing that.
No.
Okay.
No.
So is those the ones that, like, CJ has sent me emails, and they have the, you know, like banners and stuff like that. So what do you click on those and put them inside the?
Yeah, you can do your HTML codes.
Okay.
So that's one of the things that we can do. Like, let's go back to this page here. I'm actually going to open up a new tab since I'm going to be working in my website. Like
and you also use those for the classified ad thing too? Or?
No, you can't put codes in classified ads. Okay. Whenever you're advertising on your free ad sites, you always want to advertise your website. So you want to advertise whatever page you're on. You don't ever want to advertise a direct link.
Okay.
You always want to advertise whatever page that you're marketing or that you wrote. That way, if something happens, like what happened with us with direct sellers, and you have a direct link, then you have to go and find every ad that you put out there with that direct link and take it down. And when you do that, that messes with your SEO. It messes with your traffic. It also lets people think that you're gone out of business when you do that. So that's why you always want to promote your website. Whatever page is on your website, that's what you want to promote. Okay. You don't want to promote a direct link. And a direct link is your link you get from your affiliate site. So you don't want to put that out there.
So more like what you did with your pictures, you made your own?
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, Sheila, I got a question. How do you get to where you want, okay, see, like I'm doing the website on the bath stuff. How can I get my link to go directly to the bath product I'm advertising versus the whole program?
Well, that's what you don't want. You want it to go to your web page. So like right here, I'm going to go down here and we'll do one right now. I'm going to go down here to Christmas gifts and more. And I'm actually going to write, y'all just bear with me, and I'm going to write in here.
You're not hard to bear with, Sheila.
I agree.
Hey, darling.
Hey, sweetheart. Hey, I don't mean to interrupt what you're doing, but just to let you know, they didn't have an instructors meeting today, so you're not missing anything.
Cool beans.
Yeah, really. And the other thing that I think you'll find interesting, I don't know if you were still on the wine call, but Brett said that all their wines are organic. And then what did he say? They were keto friendly.
Keto friendly.
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful. Good. That means I just got to put in new wines
Yes.
for my keto page.
Yep.
All right. Perfect. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm still researching. I'm actually, I've only gotten through like 2 or 3 of the vineyards that we are marketing, and they all sound wonderful. And like he was saying, I got my wine the other day, and literally the rosé that's in there, I actually got that bottle he was talking about from the guy that died. And one of my bottles is his, that Edward, what it can you remember
Merlot or something?
Yeah.
Like that?
And that bottle retails for $127 right now.
Wow.
And like he said, based on the person's wine, because it's so highly sought after, more than likely it's going to go up in value. So that's probably a bottle I'm going to keep.
Exactly.
Because it could be a collector's item.
Yeah, it can ferment some more.
Exactly. So I'm going to show you guys how you would go about linking your pages from a menu page. So bath and beauty products. So I'm just going to come here and talk about this.
Hey, real quick, Sheila, you don't get to taste it if you're going to keep it as a collector. You don't get to taste it. What does it taste like?
I don't taste it. That's what y'all for. All right. So
we're going to make one page.
Yeah, you're going to make a menu page for your Black Friday, or even just like I did, seasonal and promotional things. And then that way you can add it as different things come about. Like you have, because I'm doing seasonal and promotional, then I can add my Christmas, my Halloween, Easter, Thanksgiving, back to school, Valentine's Day. All of them can be incorporated in this one menu section. I'm going to do a little blurb right here about it and what the things are, but I'm going to actually have a page that's dedicated just to that. So this right here is going to be my little snippet, as we call it, or your meta paragraph. And I'll show you how to link it to a page that I already have. What is the name of that other company I have?
One of your wine pages that you just got told was eco-friendly and vegan.
Yeah, but there's a page, Prana. That's it. It's a company that I have. All right, so there's that. And so now I'm going to come back here and I'm going to find my page on eco-friendly.
Maybe it's too cold for it.
Where is it? Let's do my search. Oh, and I was a little upset this morning. I've had a writing spider at my door for the last month. He is so beautiful. And we got up this morning and he was gone. And I think it's because it got so cold last night.
What type of spider?
A writing spider. You know, the big yellow ones, the big yellow and black ones, they're like 1.5 inches big.
I'm arachnophobic, but I had a golden orb, something that has a body that was like 1.5 inches, and it was gorgeous, but I was like, but I didn't kill him. She just left.
Yeah,
the writing spider actually does letters in the web.
Yeah, this one's
it's really neat.
And this one the other day, and I probably knew it was getting ready to go, because when I left the other morning to go get me some grocery, I noticed that it had housed itself in its own cocoon, in its own web, and it almost looked like a little ball that it had around itself. And I was like, yeah, it's trying to stay warm. And then we got up this morning to go to the ball game, and she was gone. So I was like, yeah, she's done went and hibernated.
It looks exactly like what I had, but they're called golden orbs. But
it might be. We always called them writing spiders. So, but yeah, she was beautiful. So she left her web, so I'm gonna use it for Halloween. So what I did was, like I said, whenever you're writing a new page, you always want to make sure that you have 2 of your sites open. One is the one you're writing in. The other one you can use it for when you're doing your internal links. So what I did was, this is telling them to go to read more on my blog page. So then I went here and found my page on Artisan Soap, the eco-friendly soap. And so I came, since I'm in my document side, I can go to my permalink and grab my link right here, and I copied it, and then I went to the page I'm writing in, and I put a link here. So now they can read about my bath and beauty products. So then the other one that I actually have 2 pages. So we're going to come back up here and find my other page that I have chemical-free health and beauty. But in my chemical-free, I didn't just leave it to health and beauty products. I actually put it, because it is health and beauty, I also have free-range meat products down at the bottom. And I also have clothing. There's a clothing store that makes their clothing from all natural products. It took me forever to get approved for them. But then they also have meats and seafoods that are fresh, that are chemical free, which I have a company that I do use for that. And then, shakes and vegetables and things like that. Ooh. So, yeah.
That's on CJ?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. All this stuff came from CJ. And then the wine. So now I can actually go in there and put, based on what Brett said about his wine. But this one is a link that goes to my my fine wines page that talks about red wine and the health benefits of red wine. I'm actually on a wine club Facebook group, and there was a lady talking about how she can't drink red wines because of the tannins and the added chemicals. And I told her, I said, you need to actually read my blog. I just did a blog on health benefits of red wine. And I said, even though it's the tannins in there, if you are drinking a wine that is mass produced, they add the tannins to get a certain flavor and make sure that that flavor is there all the time. I said, if you drink a regular wine from a fine winery, yes, you're going to pay a little bit more, but they do not add those tannins. However the wine comes out, that's the way the wine comes out. I said, you will not have the same amount of headaches. You will not have the headaches. And she didn't believe me. And there was like 4 or 5 other people commented on it, say, oh, yes, that's true. So I'm waiting to hear back from her. I sent her the link to my wine ambassador page. So we're going to see how that goes. But yes, if you do love the taste of red wine, or you like your red wines, but you get headaches from it, that's why, because it's a mass produced and they want the same flavor every year. So they add these tannins. They can't add anything that the wine doesn't naturally produce, but they can chemically make the same tannins that go in it and sulfates. And that's what gives you the headache, is the chemically produce tannins and sulfates because it's not natural to the wine, and it gives you headaches because it is chemically enhanced. So if you drink a wine from a winery, they do not add those tannins because they want to make sure that their wine is unique every batch. So that last year's wine's not going to taste like this year's wines or wines before. They all have their own unique flavors every year that they're produced. So that's why if you get a finely produced wine straight from a winery like we're getting, they don't have those tannins. So most of the times when you drink a red wine from there, you will not get those headaches. That's just my tidbit on my research because y'all know I don't drink. So that's what I do. So my other thing I'm going to do is, since I did do that topic, I'm going to grab this link too, and I'm going to copy this link, and I'm going to come back to my page, and then I'm going to come back here. Okay, we're going to preview. I know what that is. So I'm going to come back up here, and vegan and eco-friendly products. That's a good term. And y'all will notice most of the time when I link something, I link complete phrases. I don't do just one word because one word has a tendency to get lost when somebody's reading, but they will see a highlighted phrase and they will remember that a lot better than they will a one-word phrase. So there's that. And I'm going to bold it. And because I have it in a regular block, I can't change my color, which is fine. But now what I'm going to do is, like some of you were saying, well, how can I put that code? So I'm going to go to my CJ. I'm going to pull up my CJ dashboard. And all right. Oh, I had a busy week this week. Cool beans. All right, so.
When don't you, Sheila?
Huh?
When don't you?
I know it, right? So I'm going to come here to my search. So whenever you get approved for CJ and you start applying for your different products or your different affiliates, once you get approval for them, if you come to your links and go to your search, then that will pull up all the links and categories that you specifically have been approved for. So you don't have to wonder whether or not I can use it or not. You can. It's there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up one of my programs. Once it gets up here, I think I'm going to pull up the Prana since I am doing makeup. I think Purity is another one. I think I'm going to do Purity. I think that was
I did, like you suggested too, go in and just click on.
Yep.
I mean, I kind of watched what I was doing, you know, but.
To me, that's the fastest way to do it. Even though I put out a list and most of you can get that list from your instructor, what you have to remember is my website was up and functioning when I got that. So I got approval for a bunch of stuff really quickly because of my website being finished. So some of you guys, when you go to get them, you might say, well, I got declined. And that's because either your site's still too new. Don't let that bother you. Give it another week or two and apply again. Okay.
Sheila, my lady is very, very busy. I'm sure everybody is. And she's also kind of has a little bit of a health thing going on. How can I get the that page that you're talking about?
Which one?
The one that you said that the search page that have things that are, you know, that you can get approved for or whatever.
Oh, if you can't, are you in any of the chat rooms? Evolution Room? Or just Skype me, just PM me in Skype. Look for live.oilytips, live_oilytips. Or just look for Sheila Matchett, and I'll send it to you.
Yeah, because you lost me on that.
Yeah, I'll put my link. If you can't find me on Skype, just look for me on Skype. I'll put you, here's my Skype name. I'm putting it in the chat.
Lost.
And I'll give you the link to get that.
Okay.
Yeah. That's no problem. So here is my Purity, and Purity is another makeup company. It took me about 8 months to get approved for them, but they are all natural. They don't use any chemicals in their makeup either. So I am going to do, like, this one is hair and makeup. And I want to use this. Let's see. That looks good. That looks, well, it's got beach stuff. I don't want to use beach stuff. This is for
winter.
Exactly.
Hey, it's still warm in some places.
I know. We actually got up, I think today was 77 and tomorrow's going to be 82. So our weather can't make up its mind what it wants to do. All right. So here's one I want to, yes.
Hi.
Hi. How are you today?
Hanging in there.
There you go. All righty, girl.
Talk to you later.
All right. I'm here if you need me.
Okay.
All righty. So that's still, I think I'm going to use this one. Even though it's fruit, it's berries. Berries is yeah, I'm going to use this one. So I'm going to come here and I'm going to go to where it says get my code. Actually, let's use one that has a click. I'm going to use this one. See, this one has a click, $1.08 or 80 cents. So that means if anybody clicks this link and goes to that page, I'll get $1.80 for them clicking it. So I want to use that one. So I'm going to come here and go to get my links, and I want to use that picture as well. So I'm going to use my HTML code, and I'm just going to copy this code. And I'm going to go back to my page, and I'm going to open up, use my little plus sign, and I'm going to find me an HTML code. If it's not in your mostly used blocks, we're going to go down here to our formatting, and that's where you're going to find your HTML code. And you just click on that code, and you're going to paste it in here, and it's going to pull up your code. And then you just click preview, and there's your picture. And because that code is linked with your associated code for that company, if they click on this picture and go to it, you will get a click. Number one, you'll get a click on your CJ dashboard. And if they purchase, you will get a commission from it. But if
you don't have to put in your link when
cool. This code here has my link. This right here, awesome. This 8752-102, this 1362-9400, that's my code. So when anybody clicks that code, it's assigned to my store with CJ.
So it kills two birds with one stone, gives you the banner and your link too. That's awesome.
So now I have a picture in my website, a unique picture, but it's also already linked.
Nice.
So, and then that's how you put that in there. And then I'm just going to hit update. And even though this is on my menu page, that's fine because I already have my internal links that's going to my artisan soap page and my vegan page. But then here's one that's going just straight to cosmetics. So if they want to just go straight to cosmetics, they can click on this picture and they'll be able to go to Purity. And if I want to make sure it works, I can go to my, once I hit my update and it saves it, I will go to my preview page. And then I can look here and see how my page is going to look so far. And then let's go here and click on this link. And see, and it already says 100% natural, 100% pure, and then boom, right there. They're on my website. And it's funny because even though I'm an affiliate, every time I check to make sure it's working, they send me a text and it always says, "Hey, gorgeous."
That's cute.
And that's how I know it's from them, because the first time they did it, I was like, who in the world is sending me this text? And then I was working in the site one day and looked, and I was like, oh, now I know. But see, it always, it pans to whatever their current promotions are. So even though you promote this page for the holidays, if they still find your page for holidays and it's after the promotion and they click on it, it's going to pull up whatever the current promotion is. And this page is always, I have yet to come to this page where they do not have some kind of discount for you to register with them. So if they register and fill this out, I get $1.80.
Cool.
For them registering. Then if they go and purchase, I get a percentage off the purchase. So that's the beauty of using those types of links in there, is that when you look at your CJ and it has like a small dollar amount beside it, that's what it's for. You'll see sometimes they'll have it here on these text information, and that's how it's going to look. It's just text, automatic text there. Some of them will have a number right here where it's got your pay amount. And that means that if somebody clicks that link and goes to it, then that's what they'll pay. Now, this one is actually different. It says, it's $49. Most of the time, it's whoever clicks this 100% pure. Most of the time, they're going to buy, and that's going to be their average sale that you'll get a commission off of. So just,
Okay.
most of the time I don't worry about this unless I know that people's probably going to click it a lot. Then I just want the click. I'm not really care about, how much they're going to buy, because I know once they click it, they're clicking it for a reason. Either they're looking for something, to see if it's there, or they already have an idea in their head what they want to buy, and they're going to go and buy it. So as long as they're coming to my site, and it's like Paul says all the time, and even Rory says, if they like your site, they're going to bookmark it. So if they come and click on my picture and go to that site and they bookmark that site, guess what? That's my site, whether it's from my website or not. They don't have to continue to come back to my website if they bookmark that page, because that page is my page. So every time they pull it up on their bookmarks, that's still associated with my store. So every time they purchase, I get a click, I get commission off of it. So that's,
Sheila?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm sorry, I missed something here where, now, did you say there's a way that you could tell that you get paid per click plus commission from this?
Yeah, like this one right here, the one I just put on there. Let me find it. It had, most of the time, if it has a really, like this one is the one I put on there. This one has, it says $1.80. So if you click on that, like I just did, when I clicked on it, it automatically pulls up a registration form where it asks them to register, and they'll save 15% off if they register. Okay. If they fill out that registration form, I get $1.80.
Oh, okay. Cool.
And then if they buy, I get my regular, I think this one pays 6.5% commission off their full purchase. So I get paid two ways with this one. So,
Sheila?
Yes.
I had a couple general questions. You're there on the edit page. To the left of the picture, you'll get the opportunity to drag up or down.
Right here?
Now, the left of the picture.
Yes.
Right there. When I do that and release, it just throws it back to its original position.
Double check and make sure the word's here, because some people think that, and it's actually a paragraph below. Because this only moves it down one block. Now, if you're in Classic, it moves the whole Classic block down.
So with the picture?
Yes, so like with this,
I can move the whole picture, but then when I release it, it just pops it back to its original location.
Now, do you have it in a picture, like a picture block, an image block, or do you have it in Classic block and the picture was added in Classic?
That I'm not sure. So it needs to be in the HTML.
Well, this is the HTML code that brings up a picture. So if you did an image block, then that one should move by itself. But if you did a Classic block, like this one's a Classic block with the picture in it,
Yes.
You can't move that one picture. It won't move.
That's probably what it is
Yeah.
then. Yeah, because it takes it right back to, okay.
Yep. So you have to check and see what kind of block you use for your picture. So if your picture's by itself in an image block or a gallery block, then yes, it will move up and down depending on where you move it.
But not if it's included in text some way in a single block. Okay,
No.
that makes sense.
No.
The other question I had was on the tabs at the top.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, I click something somewhere, I'm no longer unable to toggle back and forth. Like I can't open more than one tab. If I go to another tab, it kicks off the first one that I had on there. So I have to like click back and forth. And I know that that's an option.
Right here?
Yeah.
On your Google?
Yep.
Okay. You're in Google Chrome and it won't let you toggle between more than one tab? All right, make sure that when you go to your Google, in your options over here, that you have it where you can open multiple tabs.
Okay, that's all I need to know.
Yeah, because sometimes, and it just
that's what I think. I might have clicked something because I had it when I first started and now it's gone.
Yeah, just come over here because it allows you to customize your Google Chrome. So just click on those 3 dots and make sure that you have it selected to where you can open multiple tabs, because some people will have it where they just one tab only because they don't like the busy look.
Gotcha.
So just double check that and make sure that you have your multiple tabs.
Okay. Well, I'm super computer challenged, so I'm learning as we go.
Hey, that's what we're here for. If I have to answer the same question every week, trust me, I'll answer you the same question every week.
Yeah, me too. She does.
and usually, if I can, if I see that it's becoming, something that just isn't sticking, I will find the answer for you on how to fix it, and usually just do a document so that I can just send the document out.
I know I had another question too. Yes. I know you record. Where can I find your recordings of previous classes? Because I was out of town for a while.
If you look in your chat, if your chat's still up, I actually put my YouTube channel in there. If not, if you can't see it, let me know and I'll repaste it in
the
there.
one you put up today?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I copied that down. So just go there and I can find it. Mm-hmm. Okay. Thank you.
I have all my YouTubes on there. I also have my grandson playing ball, we're riding a four-wheeler. Okay. He's on there. That's my personal YouTube channel. So there's all kind of stuff y'all see on there.
Okay. Very good. Thank you.
All right. You're welcome. So that's how you would go about, using your CJ and all the functions they have. We don't usually use the Java. It's not always secure, even though they say Java is secure, but a lot of people don't even use the JavaScript anymore, so I don't even use it. So mostly what we're going to be using is your HTML and your click. Your click URL is also what you'll be using when you're linking your pages or linking words or phrases in your pages that you create. Is you're going to be using your click URL. And all of these will be unique. As you can see right here, that 8752-102, that's my store right there. And that'll show up on all of this Purity products. Now, when I go to a different affiliate, that number will be different. But this is the one for Purity, and then this actually tells them which product I'm promoting or which click that I picked on or clicked on. So that's why I said anything that is in here related to this, the HTML code is already assigned to my store. So that's the good thing about using CJ, is that everything that you have here is you can utilize it. Now, the other thing is that with CJ, close out, there you go. They have categories. So if you come here and you're like, well, I really don't know what I want to market, you can come down to your category section, just like we have a menu section, they have a menu section, and click on it, and then you can find out, hey, I want to find everything I have related to beauty, or I want to find everything I have related to clothing that I've already been approved for. And you can click on multiple tabs and then come back in and hit your search, and it'll pull up everything that you have related to those categories. And you can market them that way instead of just searching, or you can search by keyword. Or you can search if you know exactly which advertiser you want to use, you can search there. But just remember, when you go into your links section, those are for the ones that you've been approved for only. So if it's one you haven't been approved for, it's going to tell you it's not been found. So that's how you would go about, setting up your own menu category, which I did for the Black Friday, but mine just says promotions and seasonal. And you can actually go into CJ and type in Black Friday and see who's already got stuff out here already. And start promoting Black Friday. It's not too late. So right now I have 20 people that are doing Black Friday stuff already.
Well, Sheila, does that not work for anything but CJ? You can't use Brunette or Clickbank or any of those?
No, Clickbank and Brunette does not categorize by like that. Clickbank has multiple things in there. They don't specify seasons or anything like that, for the simple fact those are usually independent businesses, whereas on CJ those are mass marketing companies. Those are the big high-end stores that usually most of them have a brick and mortar store. They're just using this as extra revenues to come in. They're doing internet marketing, but they still have their brick and mortar store. Most of the places on Clickbank do not. And on Brunette, they only have 10 companies that they market to, and that's it. You will find they only have 10. And Rory owns Brunette Marketing, so those of you that don't know. So he only has a few companies that he brings into his marketing house. And most of the ones are people that he knows, or that they're really reputable companies. So those are the ones that are there. That's where you'll find, your Blogging with Rory, your Almanacs, or things that he's partnered with. That's where you'll find your artistry products for your artisan soap. What else is on there? But yeah, they only have 10 companies on Brunette. So when you get approval for CJ, that's where you're going to have a lot. But now Clickbank also has a lot of stuff that you can market. Just about anything you can think of, you can find it on Clickbank.
Yeah, but they'll throw up a whole bunch of other stuff that has nothing to do with what your
they won't. They
is.
will. The thing what you have to realize, and even with your own website, is when somebody types in a keyword, even on search engines, if you type in a keyword, it's going to pull up first and foremost the title with that keyword in it, but it will also pull up any meta description, any page that also has that keyword in it, for you to be able to look at it. So don't just go by the title. Just remember that if you type in a keyword, there's no telling what you're going to get, because that keyword might be in the meta description as well, not necessarily just the title. So it'll pull up everything. So that's why I say if you can, use your categories. CJ and Clickbank have categories. Pull up the category, and if you're looking for something in food, click on the food category. If you're looking for something and another product, click on the category that product potentially could be in, and that way you'll probably narrow down your search a little bit more. Okay.
But those are all basically like books and videos and that sort of thing, correct?
Some of them are like programs that people can buy into, like exercise programs. They don't have like physical stuff, but yeah, you're right as far as like marketing programs, things like that, like the flapper dress. They can actually order the book that has the pattern in it and the how-tos. The one I did on how to make I did a DIY program page, and I got a lot of stuff off of Clickbank, and it's actually instructions on how somebody can make their own beer bong. How to make their own beer if they want to, how to create their own winery for, because I don't know about y'all, but in, different states, I know in North Carolina, you can produce up to 5 gallons for individual use without getting in trouble. So I don't know how other states are. So that's a good thing that people, around here, that especially country folks, they like to make their own medicines, as Granny can say. So,
you have a still up there somewhere.
My grandpa had a still, and I tell y'all, they tore it down and it's still in the old barn. So I know about the steel. I'm down here in the South where moonshine came from, that we took it to everywhere else.
I've got a jar of moonshine that we picked up on the way by through.
See?
But I haven't opened it. I don't know if I want to or not.
Trust me, it'll cure about anything.
Yeah.
It will. It's great for colds. If you got a cold, put a piece
mix
of
some honey with it.
Peppermint works better, especially if you're stuffy.
Right.
Put a piece of peppermint in there and drink it. Knock it right out of you.
Hey, I bet it would.
But
okay,
but CJ, it does. CJ has a lot of different high-end things that people are looking for. It's just some of them you can get approval to market with CJ's marketing house, but you have to get approval for each individual company that's in here. And like I said, some of them you can get immediate because they just want to get as much exposure as they can. Some of the higher end stores and bigger stores will take you a while, especially if your site's fairly new when you have not been advertising. So before you even, I still have some of my students, I won't even let them get on CJ yet because number one, their website's not finished, and number two, they haven't advertised. So before you even get on CJ, those are the two things you need to do, is to make sure your website is at least complete, as far as your modifications are concerned, and that you have been advertising some of your pages so that they can go in and look to see if you've been there. And if you are less than a month or two old, you probably won't get approval for a lot of those companies because you're just too new. So
Sheila, I got a question about that. I haven't gotten any of that. I said, I've gotten neither. I did the qualifications you said, but I've been using CJ.
Yeah.
But when I do a page and say, click on published, because I see that I got a bunch of them published, I'm going, really? I didn't really send it out to publish because I'm not done yet.
Well, a lot of the pages you have already is already published. If you got a template website, every page you have is already published.
Okay.
Only your new stuff will not be published. You'll have to actually publish that. But anything in your pages your page is already published. It's just got Rory's stuff in it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's not your affiliates that you need to publish. Your pages are published. That's why you need to go ahead and make sure you get everything modified and updated as soon as you can, because every link in your template that you got is associated with Rory or your instructor. So you don't know if they're getting clicks, but you want to make sure you're getting clicks. So that's why we highly recommend you getting all your pages modified in your system as fast as possible so that you can get approval for these links or for these marketing houses. There's several different other marketing houses. So once you get used to using these three and getting feeling comfortable with your website, there's several other marketing houses you can use. I actually signed up for one the other day and got approval for, and they have a German beer company that I got approval for to market in Germany. I'm so excited. So they actually have a whiskey with their beer. It's a beer and whiskey company. So
what's the name of it, Sheila?
It's let's see, did I save it? Hold on, let's see.
What's this? You can't drink wine, but you're drinking whiskey? Oh.
No, I don't drink it. It's called Skim Links. Skim Links. Yeah, it's a marketing house like CJ, but they actually have a lot of beer and wine companies in there. So I'm looking for some alternatives for some of my students that possibly cannot do wine ambassador quite yet. So I always try to find me. I always try to find other avenues until they can get in there. CJ actually has some wine companies in there, some really good ones. They don't do what do you call it? They don't have a compensation plan. It's just a one and done. But it could be a potential, just something you can use to tie you over. But I highly recommend, until Rory gets all the kinks worked out, of wine ambassador, if you could just wait for a little bit to see, because I got a feeling he's going to find a way to get that to everybody. It's not just going to
I
be.
hope so, Sheila.
Yeah, you and me and God both. So
yes, the three of us.
Exactly. But I know Rory. He's going to find a way. If there's a way, he's going to make it happen. It just might take him a little bit longer than he anticipated. So I would just, hold off on making any drastic decisions. But in the meantime, just go ahead and use what you can, and promote what you have there. And if you have to go to CJ and find you a wine company to promote in your wine pages, then do that. Or create or leave your wine pages there and create a new page with another, something here from CJ that you can market. At least get you some income coming in. Let people know that, yeah, you do have wine, so that when you can get into Wine Ambassador, you already have a name out there that, yes, we have wine. We have a wine company or wine program that you can be a part of. So
all those pages that we had, the other wine in, we need to go in and change that link.
Yeah. Or you can leave it there, because direct sellers is still there. They just do not do affiliate marketing. So people can still buy wine from direct sellers. We just are not getting any money off of it anymore.
Okay, then why should we promote it?
Exactly. You don't have to. But
okay, so I'm going to.
Exactly. So, but it's still there. And like I have one student, she's applying for Google AdSense. It would be detrimental to her website if she took those links out. Even because then she would have several pages with no links in it, just content. Not saying that that's bad, but if you're applying for Google AdSense, they want to see if you're advertising. And if 30% of your set pages are not, more than likely you're not going to get approval.
Right.
So
couldn't you just switch the link? Leave the information there and just put another link.
Yeah, but if you're not in Wine Ambassador yet and don't have another wine program to go in there, then that's
what I'm getting at. Getting in with another wine program, like you was talking about, it's listed in CJ. Yeah. Get in with that wine program. Switch that link for wine sellers to the one that you get with CJ.
Yeah, you can do that. Yeah.
Okay. You'd have to change the content too, though, wouldn't you?
You'd have to change all the content. And then when you got Wine Ambassador, you'd have to go back and change it again. So that's why I said leave those pages alone. Just go ahead and leave what you have in there and create a new page for the new wine program, the new wine link you have. That's the easiest way to do it. That way you're not changing the same page 10 times. So, but I know Rory, he's going to find a way. He usually does.
Rory's awesome. He's all about pay it forward.
Yeah, he's going to find a way. Trust me. He's going to, there's going to be too much of a stink raised about this. That he will find a way. So
what if you don't, I don't know. I forgot what I was going to even say now. Sorry.
It'll come back to you.
Yeah, it will. So you're looking right now, we're on the Black Friday. You just typed in Black Friday, and everything that you have on these pages are what they've already, this is the link, right? This is in
CJ. This is
just the CJ marketing products. Okay.
Yeah. And this is all the different companies in CJ that are already have stuff sitting out there that I can market for Black Friday.
Okay.
So like this one is Black Friday 2-day sales. This is a pet care thing for those that have pet pages. And I highly recommend everybody have at least one pet page, because people take care of their pets almost better than they take care of themselves.
Yep.
But yeah, there's people. True. Yeah. So, and they're the ones that looks like they're the ones that already have their Black Friday deals up, is the pets. But I'm sure there's going to be other programs in here that have Black Friday up. But the good thing about having a promotional page, like I have up here, is that when Mother's Day comes, Father's Day comes, Easter, then all I have to do, and I can move it, if I want to start it here at the top and say, okay, it's Mother's Day is coming up. I can actually add it to the top of my page. That way when people come to promotions, they can see it at the top, because I don't have it in here. And then that's the good thing about this move. If Christmas is coming up or Black Friday, and here's my Black Friday ad, I just click move and move it to the top of my page is my Black Friday. When Christmas comes up and it's like, okay, my Christmas is way down here, then all I got to do is click on my arrows and move it to the top of my page. So I can basically manipulate my page without having to change any of the content or changing any of my keywords. I'm just moving my paragraphs around. And the
Google
related
looks
content.
at that as a positive because your website is changing.
Yeah. So now, you know, whatever's relevant or whatever season is coming up, I just move my content to fit that, and that will be the first thing they see when they come here. So that's the good thing about having, you know, this move section, is that you can go ahead and write all your promotions, go ahead and have all your seasons, all your holidays, and go ahead and have the content ready, and let people know, you know, stay tuned for updates when this is available. So you already have your content there. And then when your advertisers start promoting it, then all you have to do is, your pages is already going to be created. Just update your pages or add a new page, and then put your link in there, and have them go to your page. And then have one link, like I just did, that goes directly to your ad. You know, for right here, it goes directly to my affiliate. Whereas these two go to pages that I've written so they can read. So I have it 2 different ways that people can buy from this one page. So that's how you want to make sure that all your pages stay relevant. That's why I say your blogging system or your website should never be finished. You should never look at your website and say, okay, I'm done, it's finished. You should say it's completed to be updated later.
All right, so you said we should have one that goes directly to that page that we're promoting.
Exactly. At least one. Mm-hmm.
And then one that goes to the company?
Yes, that is totally fine. Perfect. Yeah, you can do that. And I do it for every page. All my menu pages, they have links that go exactly to the page that I'm promoting. And I always have at least one link that goes directly to the company.
Okay. See, that's kind of what I was asking earlier about being able to mix it in there.
Yes. You always, and that's why the good thing about the HTML codes, because then you have a picture, which your page is required just to have you a picture. But then you also have a link in this picture. So you're fulfilling 2 of your SEO recommendations. You have a picture, and then you also have a link in it. All right.
So is that considered an inside link?
An internal link.
Internal link, yeah.
Yeah, this isn't an internal link. This is an internal link because it's going to a page in my system.
Okay.
Yep.
And the outbound link would be...
Yep, the external link or outbound link would be this one, because it will go away from my page. It goes actually to the company.
Okay, yeah, because sometimes
they'll also want to
click
on that thing for it to come back when they're done going to that page. They'll come back to your website, right?
Yeah, your website will always stay up.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And that's going to be open in its own tab.
Yes, ma'am. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Anything else y'all want to talk about? I'm open.
The classified ad thing again. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Hold on. I got a thing here. Open in.
All right. So you want to go over
new tab.
How to do an ad?
Yes, please.
Okay. All right. So when we do an ad on any of our social media or our websites, free ad sites, the classify, anytime you're advertising, you always want to make sure, number 1, you have your page that you want to advertise. Number 2, that you've created a template for that advertising. And number 3, that you know exactly where you want to send it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up my ad copies. And these are templates that I've created for certain pages. Now, not all of my pages have templates. Not all of my pages get advertised. These are the ones that I specifically want advertised. So we're going to pull up my ad copy.
Now I've been all over the site, and it has Roy has it going on inside his pages. He's making a separate page. Paul has his own thing on the docs, Google Docs. I'm not sure where to put it at.
It's wherever you frequent, whatever is easiest for you to get to. Mine's in my Word document, and I have them in my Dropbox. I have the professional Dropbox, so I have unlimited storage. Yes, I pay for it. But the good thing about Dropbox is they actually came out with a payment plan. So there's some people that's like, man, I can't come up with $200 up front. They actually, if you get the biggest Dropbox they have, which is, I think, $220 some, I think, a year. They actually have a payment plan where you pay like $19 a month, and they just draft it out of your account. If you get the smaller professional plan, then I think it's like $10 a month that they take out. And then you have your free one. The free one does not have enough storage space if you get access to Rory's Dropbox, because Rory's Dropbox in itself will take up all the space plus some. It will not be, it's not big enough, but it's big enough to do your own individual storage if that's what you want to do. But if you ask for access to Rory's Dropbox, you will need to upgrade to one of those other programs. And they're paid for, because it just does not, the free one just does not have enough storage capacity to house Rory's Dropbox, that you shared Dropbox. It's just too big.
Does it have enough space for the memes?
Yeah, but if you, yes, it does.
That you pay for every month?
Yeah.
Okay.
It should have enough. The free one should have enough if you don't have enough of your own personal stuff in there. But the memes is I don't think is related to Rory's shared Dropbox. I think they put that in a separate Dropbox.
Yeah, I tried to get that and it wouldn't.
Yeah, so yeah, I would, yeah, if it's with his shared Dropbox, then that might be an issue, but I think they're supposed to be emailing them too. So so check your email if you're in the memes program, because I think they said because some people just don't get the big Dropbox and because of monetary reasons, but they're in the memes. So I think Roy's actually set it up where they can email them the memes as well in a folder instead of and they do both. If your Dropbox is big enough, they send it to the Dropbox. If it gets rejected, then they send it to your email. So check check your email if you're in the memes program and you didn't get them through your Dropbox. As I know that he said the new ones are ready. And as of Wednesday night, they were finishing up with them. So in the last few days, they should be sending them out.
Okay. Can we go to Rory's site, his drop down box, get a particular meme, bring it over to our site?
No, you can't use his memes. You have to actually be in the memes program to get those memes. And it's
his memes have his links.
Yeah, all the memes are created for whoever's in the memes program. So you have, it's specific to that person and their website. It has their website and their link on that meme. So even if you did go and get it, you couldn't use it because it doesn't have your link on it.
All right. Okay.
So yeah.
And I know we can't advertise we can't put our links like on Facebook, but it says you'll get kicked off. But I put a little thing on there about the wine and dine. And they took it off. I didn't put my link in there or anything. I just put, wine and dine and the website, and they kicked it off.
I don't know why, because I put links in mine all the time, but I don't put it in my initial one. I actually put it in the comment, and I don't have any issues with it. Now, I do notice that when I do advertise my wine and dine flyer, I put it in there, and I just put the flyer in there. They will only run it for like 3 or 4 days. And then they'll tell me, and they'll tell me, and they'll actually send me a memo or notice on my email or on my Facebook. It says X amount of people saw your ad before it was removed or before it was, So they might have a time limit, because that's the only one that I ever seen when they took that, or is when I put that wine and dine. So they might have a time limit stipulation on that. But that's the only one that they send me like that. And it usually stays up for about 3 or 4 days. So, and then they'll send me that notification, says that, you know, and they'll send me the list of all the people that saw that ad before it was removed. And they'll tell me that this amount of people saw your ad before it was removed. So it could be that one. And it's always that one. It's always that wine and dine one. And I don't ever put anything, well, I do always put like a little blurb, you know, like what you having for dinner, do you have the right wine? And then I'll put that wine meme up there that I made. And I usually try to do it on that Tuesday. And then they'll see it that all day Tuesday, Wednesday. By Friday, I'll get that little notice.
Okay.
So
maybe that's what happened to it.
Yep.
I put my link on there before when I first started putting, you know, first started this, and, you know, I put stuff on Facebook with, you know, going to my website, and they didn't take it off. And I was just kind of surprised they took that one off. I don't do it anymore because I didn't know you weren't supposed to.
No, it's not that. I think it's just the content. They don't let that run. And you always want to make sure it goes to your news feed as whenever you put it up there, that it just doesn't go to your private or your friends and family, that you make sure it does go to your news feed as well. Now, I don't have any problem with that on my Instagram. I don't have any problem with it on my Tumblr or Twitter.
Yeah, I didn't have any problem on Instagram or on on that either. On Instagram.
It's just Facebook, and I think it's because we're promoting wine or wine club or wine, just any alcoholic beverage. I think is the only reason they only let it run for so long. It's not one that they keep up like your other posts. People can always search them and find them again. That's the one that they actually will remove.
Now I put the wine funnies up there, you know, before, and you know, I put my link, you know, in the comments, and they're still up there. I mean, those were like one of the first ones I put. But they're funnies. They're not, you know, they're not.
And that's the thing is when you're advertising on Facebook in particular, if you have a meme, use the meme and comment on your own post, and that's where you put your link, is on your comment. Don't put it on your original post, because sometimes they will kick that out. But if you go and just do a regular Facebook tag or Facebook post, and then come back and comment on your own post, and say, oh yeah, you know, I forgot to put my link, or if you really want to read about this, here's my blog page. And use the word blog instead of website. For whatever reason, whenever you say website, people think advertising and they got to spend something. Whereas if you use the word blog, which is what Facebook and everything actually started all about with, if you use the word blog, they kind of glance over it, and people will read a blog faster than they will read your website.
Cool.
Don't ask me why, but I think it's all in the terminology. And me and my husband was thinking about, we were watching a movie the other night, and I cannot think of what the movie was. And because, you know, we hardly ever watch TV if it's not sports, because, you know, football and the World Series has been on. So that's what we've been watching all week. And, but somehow we ended up on this movie. I don't even know what it was. And they mentioned MySpace. Does anybody remember MySpace?
No.
That's been a while.
I remember the title of it. I never used it, but I remember it being mentioned.
I was
That's
like,
a long time ago.
Stephen, and my husband, Stephen, he said, how much you want to bet Facebook bought them out? I said, I wouldn't put it past them. But I was like, yeah, that was first before Facebook was MySpace. And then Facebook came in and was their competition. No. And then MySpace went away. So it's funny.
I can't even see any of my comments with this new setup. Maybe I don't have it set up right on my phone, or even in the, I can't see any comments.
Yeah, you might want to double, and it could be that if you don't have any, you won't see it. But if you go to, we were talking about, got off on a tangent. Let me get to my advertising.
Yeah, we were doing advertising, but then then we started talking about Facebook, and I'm like, I can never see my comments.
Yep.
I never see anyone's comments. I mean, I get like notifications that this one's read this or someone said something.
There's a certain button you click on your toolbar somewhere about
option.
seeing it.
Yeah, go to your Facebook and your setup and make sure that you are allowed to see your comments. You want to see your comments, because if you have them hidden, most of the time you can't see them when other people can't see them. So if you have where your comments are available, then people can actually read the comments. So what we were talking about is you want to make sure that you have, let me get to the right one.
Oh, I remember my question now. What if you don't drink the wine and everybody says, well, give it away as gifts? Well, I mean, I've got 5 boxes of wine back here now. You know, I'm going to do an auction. My sister-in-law does a big auction. She's president of the chamber in Greater Delaware. Anyway, but I'm going to give her so many, a few bottles of wine to auction off, and hopefully she said I could put my card with it, but I can't have extra cards. It's, and I'm like, okay, well,
you have to be careful, because even though you're auctioning off the wine, if you don't have a license to sell the wine, you could be running into some issues.
Legal trouble.
So if I just donated it, that wouldn't.
Yeah, you can donate all day, but if you are actually making a profit off of it.
No, I'm not. I'm donated it to the chamber's office, and they auction it, and they would want to do with it.
That's totally right. You can do that and just have your card with it so that they know where it came from. And on your card, this is the other thing, on your card, make sure you have your website that links to your wine, not your wine link. So you don't want to have your wine ambassador link on there. You want to have them to go to your fine wines page or whatever wine page you want them to promote. You don't want to have your wine ambassador
link. So go to the permalink and put that permalink in?
Yep. See, like with my business cards, I just have my 5e95.com, which is my homepage. That way they can come there and look and see whatever they want to. And if anything happens, like what happened with direct sellers, I'm still covered because they're still coming to my main website.
Right. Okay.
That's, to me, it's just the simplest thing to do. And then that way you're covered no matter what happens.
Well, some of that wine is that direct sellers.
Yep.
And I don't.
Yeah. As long as you're donating it, just make sure you keep a record of how many you're donating, because then you can actually use that as a tax write-off as well, that you're contributing to charity. And use that as a, just how much that wine shipment was. We all know how much our wine shipment was, and just use that, donated to charity. You still have your receipts.
Is there a way of using that on like Facebook or not? To do like a raffle, so they give me their email addresses.
Yeah, I do it all the time.
And they get bottles of wine or something like that.
Like on, I actually made gift baskets.
Okay.
And I have I have like the 2 wine glasses. I went to the Dollar Tree. I was actually talking to one of my students the other day about this. I went to the Dollar Tree, bought the baskets, the shrinkable cellophane, like a cheese platter, bought some of those gourmet crackers they have in the Dollar Tree, and put a bottle of wine in it and a business card. And I shrunk it up, and I'm giving it away for Christmas gifts. I'm actually going to have a raffle on, not a raffle, but like a contest. I'm just trying to figure out, I'm going to do a Facebook Live to promote the new wines and stuff on a wine and dine, maybe do one like Matt does, a Facebook Live, just sit in my kitchen and cook one day and put it on Facebook Live and have the wine, because I cook with my wine, but show that in there, and then say, all right, the first 10 people that sends me a recipe that I can use, I'll send you a gift basket and have a copy of the gift, have them see the gift basket, and then I can send it to them, and say, all right, I need your information, send me all your information. That's new leads. So you can do that. You can actually do it on your Instagram, anywhere, just make sure that whatever the shipping regulations are for your state and the state you're shipping it to, that you follow them. Because some places, you know, they have certain stipulations as far as when you're shipping alcohol that you need to follow. So just
if I were to do like one of the local craft things, they've invited me to come and to set up a table. And am I allowed to set that out to?
Yep.
Okay.
Just check with them, because I think Stacy does it all the time. She has a wine she has a wine sampling when she does her craft shows. And she has one corner of her booth. She does have her crafts there, but she has one corner of her booth that she has a wine tasting. And she has her cheese and crackers and, you know, just little nib bits. And she has the reds chilled, or the whites chilled, and the reds are decanted. And she just has a little sippy cup, you know, that they can sample the wine. And then she has her laptop set up so that they can actually go in if they like it and register right there as a customer. Put everything in right there. Just have your computer up, have it set up on your wine ambassador page, and they can read about wine ambassadors. They can see the label of it. And then you have your other craft stuff. And then you can have a raffle, a basket. Like I said, make you a basket and have forms where they can fill out and say, you know, I'm going to have a raffle at such and such a time, fill out this information, you know, and have a number assigned to it, you know, and then have them come back. And if they say, you know, put on there that they don't have to be present to win,
right,
then you have a lot more people that will fill out that form. So then you also get new leads that way. Plus then you're going to be able to give the basket away. And if you want to give more than one away, you can. But have your wines there for people to sample. Yeah. But just make sure that with the people that are putting the craft show on, that you can do that, because some places don't want you to do that. So yeah, most definitely.
If we haven't gotten okayed for the ambassador, I've been out of town for a while, so I'm kind of cut up. But should I just take them off my page because I can't really do anything about them, can I?
No, don't take your pages down. If you haven't gotten into Wine Ambassador yet, just leave them as is and just go in and modify all your pages to say Wine Ambassador. So anywhere that has direct sellers, global delivery, or wines from around the world, you have to change that to either Wine Ambassador or our wine club. I always say be generic, you know, because if this ever happens again, you don't want to have to go back and change everything. I've told my students to use our wine club, or you can, like I said, use Wine Ambassadors. That's totally up to you. If it says we have global wines, just put in we are marketing our famous Napa and Sonoma Valley wines, which consist of over 750 vineyards and wineries throughout the Napa and Sonoma Valleys. So you want to put that in there. That's a big seller to people. And make sure that as far as your Canada and United Kingdom, Australia, and Germany, you want to put in their disclaimer that although wines cannot be delivered to your country presently, you can still market this program in the United States. So,
okay, now what if somebody clicks on it and wants the wine? But how is that handled if I don't have a code right?
You can't. That's why you want to make sure you remove the links anywhere that says click here or join now, unless you put your instructor's link on there.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So anything, and if you don't have your own link, you know, you can ask your instructor for theirs if they have it and put that in there. Or if you just want to take everything out as far as unlink everything, just make sure that you take away this verbiage that goes click here, join now, if you don't have a link for them to do that.
You're right. Okay.
But do not take your pages down. I've had some people say, well, I'm going to go ahead and put mine in draft. Don't, because that messes up your website SEO with Google.
Okay.
Yeah. Just change your verbiage and leave it in there. Like I said, if you haven't joined Wine Ambassador yet, just unlink everything, or just leave what you have in there or get your instructor's link, but do not put your pages in draft.
Yeah, well, I went through everything, but I kept getting annulled, and Debbie Lizzie is working on it for me.
Now, where did you get the, and
I mean, I know what code it is, but I mean, I can't really put that in. But I have changed the page. I mean, I've taken out.
So when you go back to your null, try it again, because they've updated a bunch of stuff. And when you go to put your address, because I had a student got the null the other day when we did this. When he typed in his address, he had it automatic saved, and the email was different than you signing up with, and it gave him the null. So
yeah, I had heard that, but I made sure that was correct.
Okay, so that it must be something, a glitch in their system then that hasn't quite caught up yet.
Yeah, Debbie said she wasn't all that concerned about it, but I was just wondering what to do in the interim.
If Debbie's in there, she's fine. She'll get it. And we have until the 31st, and I got a feeling it possibly might be extended a couple of days, but not much until they get all the glitches worked out.
Okay.
So, alrighty. So this is one of the ones that I did. And since Halloween's already just about done, I'm going to do this one. Let's see, I did one the other day. Where is it at? Right here. So this is one I did last week, and we can do it again today because it's still relevant. And what I did was, this is my promotional and seasonal ads that I'm doing. And so what you want to do is when you're creating your template and you're getting ready to advertise, you want to make sure your page is complete. It's exactly what you want it to be. And then you want to create at least 4 to 5 headlines that you can use. And your headline's always going to be not a rough, but something that's going to be eye-catching that people want to look for, that people are looking for, that's going to show some interest. So we know the holidays are coming up, so that's basically what I did. Also put in like Christmas Eve, parties, shopping online, Christmas shopping, avoid parking tangos. So I actually have a couple of different promotions I can use this with. This one's going to be just very generic, holidays in general. This one is very specific to New Year's, which it's telling me I forgot my apostrophe. There we go. And then you have your Christmas shopping, and then this is another one for Christmas shopping. And then once you have your headlines, then you want to have a description. You want to have at least 2 descriptions so that you can mix and match them, depending on where you're going to be advertising them at. This one's a little bit more lengthy than this one. This one's more for social marketing, my social media marketing. This is more for my ads that I'm going to be putting on my free ad sites. But then again, I might mix and match them. I might like a sentence in this one and a sentence in this one, and make a whole different other topic or a whole different other ad. So, but as you can see, I have basic information in here. I also have my link. So everything is right here for me to start advertising. So then all I need to do is keep this page up, and then I'm going to be going to my my free ad site. So we're going to go to classifieds for free. Make sure you're registered, and I'm going to just log in. Okay, and it's going to pull up my information to tell me to put in my information. So once that gets in, and this site, you remember, you need to come in here about once a week. If you're in here every day, you'll be fine. But at least once a week or every 2 weeks, you need to come in and update all your ads or renew all your ads. Because every 30 days, if you don't do that, they take your ads down. And they don't send you any notifications. So I always do mine every Friday. Once I get finished posting new ads, I just update everything. So then what you want to do is you want to come here, and after you've registered and logged in, you're going to see these tabs up here, and you want to go to post an ad.
Okay.
So once you go to post an ad, it's going to pull up here, and it puts this disclaimer up here. There's actually 2 of them, that if it's inappropriate or offensive, they'll take it down. If you don't renew every 30 days, they will take it down as well. But you can renew as often as possible. Just make sure that it's done within the 30-day time frame. So it automatically defaults to the United States. So that's the other thing you want to make sure, is that wherever you're going to put your ad, that your content can be marketed in that area. So I know right now all the stuff that I have in my website, the page that I'm promoting, can only be promoted in Canada and the United States. I can't promote it anywhere else because they don't ship anywhere else. So that's the other thing, is you want to make sure that wherever you're advertising, that the products that is in your website can be shipped to those places. So right now I know that the page I'm doing, so far, the ads, the places that I'm advertising, I can only advertise in Canada and the United States. So I'm going to come here, and it automatically defaults to the United States. So my header, I'm going to pull up my template, and I'm going to grab this header, and I'm going to do this one. And I'm going to do copy. All right, there's some background noise, traffic going by, so if you can mute yourself. All right, so I'm going to put that in here. Now, the other thing you want to make sure is that you have the appropriate category. So I'm not going to advertise Christmas shopping and aircraft and aviation. They'll kick it out immediately because it's not a topic that's relevant to what I'm talking about. So you want to choose your category. All right, whoever has that creaking noise, just mute yourself, please. All right, so you're going to pick your category that you want to do. Since this is basically Christmas shopping, I'm going to put it in general merchandise. I could put it in gifts and novelties, but then that's really very specific. I want it to be general so that anybody can come in here and find my ad. So I'm going to put it in general merchandise. As it gets closer to Christmas, I might come back and put it in gifts and novelties, because then people will be looking for gifts and novelties. But right now it's still kind of early, so I'm going to put it in general merchandise. And my contact, you don't have to fill out this information, but I always put my Google Voice number. That way I know no matter how much advertising I do or that I call on Google Voice, it's not going to kick me out, because I get phone calls all the time from these. Okay. And that's all I put. I don't put a price. You don't have to have a price. And then I come to my description. As you can see, it says that's required. So I pull this up, and I'm going to use this kind of lengthy one. And I'm going to put everything in there, because this website allows me to use my link in my website. Some of the free ad sites will not allow you to use your link in your description. They will actually charge you for it. So be aware of the stipulations for each one. So then I'm just going to copy my link, and I'm going to come right here and put my link in where it says web page URL. That's going to my page. I want them to go to my page. I'm not going to put a video here. Now, if I was advertising a business proposition or my business page for my for my wine ambassador, or even my business page for my blogging with Rory, I might put his YouTube video here that he's created for his website. I might do that, I might not. But that's an option you have there if you have a video that's specific to what you're advertising. Now, the other thing you want to do is you want to include pictures. So every time you advertise, you want to have a picture. Picture advertisings get noticed first. Video advertising gets noticed first. Pictures are second. Anything that does not have a picture is always last to get promoted or advertised. So you always want to have your picture. If you have not created a picture gallery, or your picture you want to use is not there, then you want to come down to where it says choose a file, and you're going to choose a file, and it's going to ask you where you want to go. Mine's going to automatically prompt me to the last folder I was in, and it's probably going to be my blogging pictures. It is. And this is going to be my wine page that I was actually looking up some stuff on. So, but I want to just come here to my blogging pictures. And I always like to use my logo pages that I've created. And the reason I like doing that is because your pictures will get cycled. They're not going to use all 3 pictures at one time. So your pictures will be cycled out. So I want to make sure that every picture I use has my logo on it, or at least has a link on it that I can use. So I'm going to use this one. Put that in there, and then I'm going to tell it to upload my image, and it's going to put that in there, and I'm going to choose one more that I don't have in there currently. And I think I got just about all of them in there, but we're going to get one more. Because we are advertising Christmas. I don't think I've used a I haven't made a Christmas logo yet. So I need to actually get me a Christmas logo. But I do have this flyer I created, so I might use this flyer.
Sheila, what would like a video or a slideshow be? Would that be the video type?
It has to be a YouTube link.
Oh, okay.
It actually has to have a link. So if you have a slideshow and it's not in a link format, you can't use it.
Okay.
On this ad. So the thing that we want to do here, and remember here, is that you want to click your pictures in order that you want them to show up. Okay? Because if you don't, however you click your pictures, that's the way they're going to show up. So this one, I want to make sure I click here because I want them to shop with me. And that's my Fine Wines page. I want to do one more. I want to do, excuse you. Let's do this one because this has a Mod Podge of all of my pages. And then I want to do this one here. So every picture I have has my link on it. I could have done that one, but I'll save that one for later. So then I'm going to come back here and I'm going to hit post my ad. So then it's going to give me what my ad's going to look like. So there's my ad, there's my link, there's my phone number. There's the pictures that is going to show up. So either any of these pictures can show up. Okay. So then this is the good thing about why everybody likes to use this particular one is that it says post another ad. Yeah, I had to show my heritage somewhere. So I post another ad. And the good thing about this, it brings me back to my same ad. Everything is exactly the same. Pictures, ad, links, everything.
So you don't have to fill all that out again?
No, sure don't. So now all I have to do now is just select where I want to go. So now you just start with each state. And you go do the same thing and just hit post ad. It will show you that it's posted and it tells you posted in Alabama. Okay, come down to the bottom. Do you want to post another ad? Yes, I do. And we know we just went to Alabama. So now we're going to go to Alaska and you're going to scroll down, post your ad. And then say like, I know this can go to Canada. So do I want to post another ad? Well, yes, I do. Okay. So after I go through all 50 states, and you want to go through all 50 states, I'm going to come here and it says outside the U.S. If your ad and the products that you're promoting in your ad can be shipped or purchased outside the United States, then you come and find that country and you do the same thing. I know this can go to Canada, so I'm going to find Canada, post to Canada.
How do you know that if they can be shipped outside the United States?
When you go to your affiliate in CJ, it tells you where they can ship to.
Oh, okay.
Yep. If you pull up the company, it has a section and tells you where they ship to.
Okay.
So then I'm just hitting that to post to Canada, and it's going to post it to Canada. As soon as my internet kicks back up. My phone's going off the hook. So now that posted in Canada. And the thing about it is like I said, once you get it posted to each state and each country, I usually dedicate about 2 hours a day if I can. Here lately, I have a lot of student training, so I've only been able to do about 30 to 45 minutes advertising a day. Like on the weekends tomorrow, I'll probably spend about 3 hours advertising and just come here. And what I'll do is I'll use this site, I'll use another site, several different ones, but I already have my templates up. So it's not like I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to advertise. I already have them done. And I'll actually come back and go through, like we went to Alabama. So I will choose Alabama and then I will choose the city. and go like to Birmingham and post this in Birmingham. Why did it clear it out? Let's get my ad back up here. There we go. So we will come here and I will come back to Alabama. I will go back to Birmingham and everything's the same and click post. So I will do each state and each city that's available in that state. I will do that with this same ad. Now, the good thing about this is I can use this same ad. Say I want to come back maybe Tuesday or Wednesday. Then I will come back and get this same ad and maybe change the header on it. Okay, so you know I have 4 or 5 headers, so let's go back over here and pull this up. And let's pick a different header. Copy that header. I'm gonna come back here and change this header. And guess what? I can start again.
Yeah.
You know, and all I've done is just change my header. I don't know why it keeps doing that.
So you can do this on Sunday.
Yeah, you can advertise every day of the week. You want to advertise your site at least 2 to 3 days a week, at least. And you want to do it on every format. So if I do this on Sunday and I'm doing it to my classifieds for free, my AbleWise, my USNet ads, all of that, then the other days I might come like here to my social media. Let's go to my Facebook, you know, and I'll pull up my Facebook and I'll do the same thing.
Show the Facebook.
That's where I'm going. I got a notification yesterday that I haven't posted to my business page in 7 days, which is highly possible because I've been posting a lot on my personal site. So what I'm going to do is actually go to my business page and post. So let me get there. Let me check the chat. Oh, poor Susan. All right, so I'm going to come here to my pages.
Where are the pages?
It's pages I've created.
Okay.
So, and you can create your own.
Your little purple arrow, and I wasn't seeing, like, where are you at?
Yeah. So I'm going to come here to my Shop with Mama Chief. And I'm just going to do a little ad. And I'm going to show you how you can get away with doing your links. And I'm going to use the exact same thing I used a while ago. Pull up my tab. Pull up my ad. And I'm going to copy that.
And you're just on your normal Facebook page?
Yep. And I'm going to come here and I'm going to type this. I'm going to paste this in here. And I'm going to put ... And then I'm going to come back here and grab this one here. And paste my description in there. And I'm actually going to take this out. Okay.
Okay.
And then once I do that, all right, so since I took this link out.
What, you took the line link out?
Yep.
Okay.
So I'm going to remove these because that's not what I want to put on there. All right, so I want to put my own video up, my own picture, different picture. And so I'm going to pull a picture from, upload a picture right here. I'm going to upload a picture. And I just want to use a very generic picture, something that's not going to be offensive to anybody. So I'll probably use this
I bet
one.
your beautiful smile face.
Now always want something with my link on it. Always use something with your link on it if you can. So that's why the memes come in handy. If you can create your own memes, which I do all the time. What is it? I don't want to create an album. I knew that's what it was doing. I don't want to create an album. I want to upload photo. Okay, and then I'm just going to pick the photo again. And so there's my photo. And then I'm going to share now. And you see I have my news feeds and share now because this is a business page. So it's just going to my news feeds. And so there's my picture. There's no link in here at all, so they can't kick me off. But then I'm going to come down here to my comments. I'm going to come back to my template, and I'm going to copy this link right here. And then I'm going to come here and get.
But there is a link, Sheila. You just put it back there.
Not, The link's in the picture, but this is a picture. It's not a link.
Yeah.
It's a picture. Even though the link's in the picture, they can't click on this link. So it's not considered a link. It's considered a picture.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. This is a link. This is what will get you kicked off if you put it in your direct post. But you can come back and comment. So it says, get your holiday needs at, and I'm going to say, not that. A holiday shopping needs. Shopping done at my blog site.
You said page.
Yeah, I'm going to say, because I don't want to use site. You want to use page.
Okay. Login page, not website.
Yeah. And enjoy your time at home by shopping.
Can you stay with a nice glass of wine?
You can, as long as it's in your comments.
Okay.
Yep. And then there. So I've commented on my own page and I put my link in there. They can see that. Now they can click on this link and go here. And because I have a link, it actually pulls up my website. So two different things. They pull up my website and then they pull up my link. So now I have my ad on my social media. I got my picture. There's no link anywhere, but I'm letting them know, hey, you got to get ready for all your holiday shopping needs. Mm-hmm. Oh, by the way, you need to know where to go? Right here in my comments. So that's how you do your social media without getting kicked off. You don't put your link in your initial post. You comment your link. And then that way you're following their parameters and their rules. So that's how you do your social media. Twitter's a little different. Instagram, same thing. Tumblr's the same thing. They do pictures. So you have a picture that speaks everything. That's why you want to make sure that you have a picture with your logo on it that has at least your website or your Fine Wines page or whatever page you want to promote in the picture. And then you're just going to be able to put a little comment, especially on Instagram. You can't write a book. It's only going to allow you to do 3 or 4 lines before it cuts you off. So you want to make sure that you have that template available. That's why I said I have 2 different ones. One's really short, one's kind of long. And I can take out a sentence here and there and it still gets my message across. So that's the importance of having that template available to you for when you're advertising on those platforms. And you want to have it no matter what platform you're on. When I go to my Instagram, I get on my phone, I have my templates up. I actually have my templates in my Dropbox that I downloaded on my phone. So I can pull my templates up on my phone and do the same thing. Just copy and paste them over in my phone to my Instagram. And works out just as good. And so that's one of the things that you want to make sure that you do have those readily available to you. So that's how you do your marketing on your Instagram and on your social medias. So,
Sheila.
yes.
Sheila, on those logos that like the one you have on there right now with your website address, did you make those up, or is that something you have to buy? Or
I made that.
how do you make those?
On Canva. So I have a program. The initial program's free. I actually pay to have the upgrades on it. Gotcha. So I actually have a program called Canva.
Canva?
Yep, it's CANVA.
Okay.
And it's a free site. I pay $12.95 a month for the upgrades, and I can basically do whatever I want to with it. I'm trying to remember which website I used to log into it. I don't think that's it. That's what I thought.
And it's to create your own logo, right?
You can create anything. I create business cards with this. I create flyers. I create presentations. I can create what do you call it? The portfolio, the advertising letters, newsletters. You know, just about anything you want to create, you can create with this program.
That thing with the horse and you as a logo, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see if this is the one I use. I think this is the one I use. Yep. So, so when you come in here, this is the free program that you'll see. And these are all the different things you can create with Canva. You can create posters, you can create business cards, letters, postcards, invitations. I did my grandkids' invitations with this. You can do flyers. You can create your own photos. And then this is the good thing that you can use, because each one of the social media platforms has a requirement for your pictures. They have to be a certain size. Even when they're on your website, they need to be a certain size for them to publish them. So like for Facebook, if you wanted to do a Facebook cover, so when I go to my Facebook and y'all see my Facebook cover, this right here is called a Facebook cover. So that's on my business side. So if I come up here to my home, no, I don't want to go to my personal ads. That takes me to where I don't want to go. So, and then the other one I created, this is going to go to my ads manager. Hold on a minute. I got too many pages up. Get that out. Come on, come on, come on, come on.
Sometimes it's just so slow.
It is. That's what I said. I can tell we're supposed to be getting a storm here. So, all right. So if I come to, all right, drop down. Go to my home page. So this is your other one. So this is my cover right here. So I created this from Canva, and actually was able to put it here, and it met all their requirements. Same thing with Instagram. If you want to do an Instagram post, you can actually create that here, and it will be the parameters for Instagram to show up. Facebook has its own different things for that. Documents, you can create all kind of documents. You can do personal, like birthday cards, recipe cards, you know, collages, you know, anything. You can actually create a calendar if you want to. Marketing. This is create your own logo if you want to do that. And, you know, just different things that you want to do. So most people go here and do create logo. It automatically will produce a 5x5 or 500 by 500. I always create my logos on an Instagram post. That way I know if I decided to post it on Instagram, it's going to be the proper size. I can always downsize it whenever I take it somewhere else if I need to. So then what you're going to do, and you can use any photo that you have to create a logo. So what you're going to do here is, since I don't want to use these are the free programs that you have, and you just put them in here, and then you can switch them around, make them however you want to make them. These are just templates that you can use, just like our website's a template. So if you see something in here that you like, then you just click on it. It puts it over here in your blank space here, and then you just modify it to fit you. See, if you wanted to change this, you can change it. If you wanted to change the time, you can change it. But I don't want to use that one. I want to create my own. So I'm just going to trash that one and go back to
you clicked on it first to show up the square over on your page.
You click on it first and it shows it here. So once you choose it, it puts it in the square ready for you to modify it. All right, so, but I want to do one of my own. So I want to do one for Christmas. I hadn't done one for Christmas wine. So I'm going to come here to where it says upload. And it's going to show me all the images I've already uploaded. But I want a new one. I know which one I want. So I'm going to come here where it says upload an image. And it's going to ask me to choose a folder. It's going to pull up the last file I was in. So once it does that, I'm going to go to one of my file folders that I have. So I was in my logos. I don't want to do a logo. I want to go to my folder. Did I have one for? Let's see, Christmas ideas. Let's see what's in there.
Not much change.
Yeah, it did. It's downloading this picture, but that ain't the picture I want. I want it to actually open up the folder. So it opened up the folder, but it clicked on one that I had. So I want to choose a different picture. These are some ideas I had for Christmas. I saw on a website and I absolutely loved them. They're wine glasses. And they've turned, like this one, they've turned the wine glass upside down and they got Christmas metal balls in it. And then they got tea light candles on top of it. And they got a glass plate up underneath it. And that's their centerpiece with some greenery around it. It's absolutely beautiful. They did the same thing here. They got a glass shelf and they got wine glasses upside down. And they got
lights on top.
Yeah. And it's absolutely beautiful. But I'm going to use one of these and create a logo with it. I just got to see which one I want to use. I like that one. We'll use that one. So it's got my picture. It's downloading my picture. So I'm going to click on it and it's going to put it over here. So I can actually expand it if I want to. I think I'm just going to leave it kind of small. All righty. And then I'm going to choose a background color.
Oh, you can.
Okay, and then I'm going to do my text.
Can you make that frame of red narrower because it really overcomes that beautiful picture?
You can actually make the picture bigger.
And it won't make the frame bigger. Okay, good.
Yeah. Yeah, you can make the picture bigger if you want to.
Yeah, that's nicer. That's better.
Yeah. So you can, that's why I said you can manipulate it however you want to. Okay. And as you can see, it's a little off center, so I can just move it and center it a little bit more. So then my heading, I got my pay right here. All right, I want this a little bit bigger. And I'm going to leave it white because it's on a red background.
Mm-hmm.
Adjust that color red. I think they had a palette where you can pull your own.
Yeah.
That red is too bright, Sheila.
No, I like it.
How to do it.
But the balls in the glass are ruby.
Yeah. I mean, you can change it. We can change it
however you want.
Yeah, I like it.
And then what I want to do is I can actually create my own.
How do you put your link in that?
You don't link this.
Oh.
This is where I'm going to do my logo. I'm creating a logo.
Okay.
And so then let me go here and find, actually I want to take that one out. So let's go here and find a picture that I want to use. So here's the picture that I used right here.
Wiggle. Okay, I see you.
Right,
I like wiggle your purple hand.
So I'm going to use this down here.
Huh.
All right. And then inside that picture, actually, I'm going to leave it big till I finish it. So we're going to leave that here. And then I'm going to come back and put my text. And I want to use my text right here. Okay. And then here I'm going to use another text. And I'm going to put it down here in the corner, and see how that's white on white. I don't want that white on white. Oh, my number lock's not on.
My husband says my nose is stuck in the computer all the time. Boy, he doesn't know what it's going to be like when I start playing with that thing.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I love it. I get on here sometimes, and it's like, my husband's the same way. You're going to be on that thing all day? Probably. So there's that. And because, like I said, it's white, I can always come up here and change my color. So I want to change that color to one that's going to stand out just a little bit more.
No.
No.
No. And see, because it's on that white, I don't want to use black, but I might have to. But I can also come and change my my style. I don't like that plain. So let me find something that's going to be a little bit more catchy. Let's see how that looks. Might be a little skinny. I don't like that. I like these fat letters. There we go. And I can actually change it if I want it to be a little bit bigger. And then
there you go. Fix it so people that don't have good eyesight can
still see.
Yeah.
And so I can do that one again. And then change that color. We'll do black. Okay. And I still want to do, and you don't really have to put your HTTP in front of it if you don't want to. So now I've actually got that done. So now I'm gonna come here and minimize this. Make sure it comes with my picture.
What about that upper one that you put on top of the horse? Where did that go?
That's here, right here.
Oh, okay.
See, it's moving. And I want to move it down here in the corner. So then I got to move these down with it. And I might just leave this up here. So there's my logo. I want to make it just a tad bit more smaller. All right. That's my picture. I need to get this moved. Oh, not my picture. This needs to move down here with this. There you go. So there's my logo. Are you ready for the holidays? There's that.
Mama Chief.
Yep. And then that's about all I want to put with that, because I really like the way that looks, just like that. And it's got like my little logo there. And then once it gets finished, it's going to ask me what I want to do. And I'm going to hit download. And you always want to make sure it stays as a PNG, because that's the better quality. And a lot of the other formats like PNG better than they like the JPEG file. But you can do JPEG if you want to. And then I just hit download. And it will pull up and tell me, you know, it's prepared my design. And then just hit that. Where did it go? It's down here somewhere. There it is. So it shows up here, and I just double click that and it opens up, and then I just save it. Why are you being such a booger today? Come on.
How many people in your area are on the computer at the same time you are?
Well, it went away. Let's see if it's, there it is. So I said it went away. I didn't want it to go away. It just moved the screen. So once it pulls up, then I can tell it where to save it.
The key word, once it pulls up.
Once it pulls up, yeah. And you can play around with it, use any type of image you want. You can actually create your logo first, and then pull your image up, and then drag your logo over in there, which I have my logo saved. So once this pulls up, then I can actually just tell it to save it in my logo file. And then I can show you some other things that it has the ability to do. Come on, baby.
What's the difference between download and upload?
Upload means you're getting it from somewhere else. Download means you're downloading it to your file.
Okay. But you already have it, you're downloading it to your file. Okay.
Yeah. So this is one I'm downloading it to put in my file.
Okay.
So there's my picture. And it's going to give me some commands here in just a minute. And I'm going to come here to these three dots. And I'm going to hit save as. Remember, always save as. And it always says whatever the heading was. Remember, I always label it. So it's holiday logo. And I'm going to put wine glass. Actually, wine bulbs. And then hit save. All right, so now that's saved into my logos. Now the other thing I can do with this picture, since I don't know what that was, something done popped up there. So now that I have this picture, if I come back to downloads, it's asking me, do I want to send it to my Twitter page? Well, yeah, I can send it to my Twitter page. And then same thing, type a short message. All right, and then publish. And this is going to go straight to my Twitter page.
The whole ad?
Kind of like boom, 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 all at one time.
All at one time. Same thing with Facebook.
Okay.
And if I want to, I can do the same thing. Here's my Facebook page. I can send it to my Facebook. If there's people I wanted to send it to my email, if I have my email list, I can just click on email it, and then it's served as attachment, PDF file, and then type in the email address and hit send.
Cool.
So there's several different things that you have the options to do here. But the main thing you want to always do is make sure you download it first and save your picture that you've created. And then the good thing about it is that when I come to my home page, all the things that you've ever created will always be up here where it's got your designs. So you can come to your designs, and there's all your designs that you've made or that you've created, and you can always come back and pull them up and say, you know, if you want to redo them or use it as a template, you can actually use your design as a template. That's a bracelet I'm thinking about making. I actually haven't figured out how I'm going to get those R's in there yet. I got to get my template for those R's. So
and we can buy them from you.
Girl.
Well,
So
how do I
like-
get one? I like it. I like bracelets. I'm a bracelet person.
Yeah. So, so here's all the ones I've ever created, and I can always use these as a template, but I can come back, like this one actually has my direct sellers link, so I need to come back and redo that one. There's a video, like this one's all direct sellers, so I need to go ahead and probably either delete that or change it. So that's the thing about it, is you can find, your pictures that you used. They're all here, and they'll always stay here until you get rid of them.
How much do you get for the free site?
Oh, the storage is the same. The only thing that you pay for with the program that I pay for is you get more templates, plus you get the animation, what they call the different programs where I can actually animate anything that I create to where it has movement to it. There's some other different things I can do. I can play around with it.
Movement in it attracts attention. Like, wow,
Yeah.
what was that?
Yeah. So, but that's what I like about it, is the animation. I can create it. I can actually turn it into a GIF if I want to. Any page I create, I can, or meme or document I create, I can turn it into a GIF. So there's just different programs that you have when you pay for it. But the free stuff is all the same, basically.
Okay.
Sheila, before we run out of too much time, I know we've kept you over by a half
You're
hour.
fine.
But the Google AdSense, I'm sorry.
Yes, that's what we need to go through. So when you get your code for your AdSense.
I got that, yes.
All right. So you want to go to your widgets.
I did that, okay.
Okay. And a lot of people, when they go to their widgets, you want to pull a text tab, not a custom URL, not a custom HTML. You want to get a text tab.
Right. Okay.
And you want to get that text tab and move it to one to the left and one to the right.
One on each side.
Yeah, one on each side. Now, when it pops up on the visual side. You don't want to put your code on the visual. Your code should always go on the text. Right. So when you, let me get this updated. Okay, so when you come to your widgets, because I had a student and that's what they had done, was they put everything on the visual. And so you see your code on your visual side, and you don't want to do that. So what you want to do is you have your text tab, and you want to move your Google after you get it in there. You want to make sure that it's above your search or below your search. If you have other text tabs that you're running in there, you want to make sure that it's very near the top, either the first one or right up underneath your search.
Right after search. Okay.
Yeah. So when it automatically pulls up, it's going to have your visual side up. You don't want the visual. You want to go to your text side. Okay. And the way you know it's in text is you have these codes up here. And this is where you want to paste your Google code. And then you're going to hit save and then done. And then
I did the save, and it just kept, the little thing just kept going around and around and around and around. I was like, okay, is it ever going to stop?
Okay, so what you need to do when that happens is you need to log out of your website, because that means that there's either an update or it's been up too long and it wants to make sure that you're still there, and it won't allow you to do anything.
Okay.
So shut down your website, log out of it, then log back into it.
Okay.
And it should be fine.
Okay, so it's okay to put this back in then?
Oh yeah, you can. I've actually had to remove mine before and re-put it back in. Your code's not going to change. You just don't want to remove your code if it's been in there for a day or two and they haven't responded back to you yet.
Okay, no.
So, yeah. So once you get it, so just log out of your web system. You might have to just reboot your computer too. Okay. If you haven't shut your computer down, I have a bad tendency of not doing that. So if we ever have class and y'all notice that my computer's really slow, I've had it up for a few days and not shut it down, which is one of the things about today. I've been up with it for a while. So yeah, just shut your computer down, log out of everything, let it rest for a few minutes, because it probably needs to do an update too. and then log back into your system and just pull this back up. If it didn't save, you might have to put this tab back in here, this text column, and just paste it back in there, hit save and done. And it should be fine.
We want to put it under left and the right.
Yes, you want it to do under left and right. That way they can search your whole system.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
And some people will only put, some people, go ahead.
Save and then done.
And done, yes, and done. Because if you don't do and done, it will save it, but it won't publish it.
Okay.
So you want to make sure you hit done as well. Then that way it knows you've given it permission to post on your system.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
That's, okay.
Yeah. And
now I know what was going on because it just kept going around and around and around. I'm like,
yeah. And you do want to make sure you put it on the left and the right. Some people will only put it on the left side, and that's all they will see is what's on the left side, and they will have to manually go through the box with your for your menu side. So just to make it easier for them and to go quicker, put it on the left and the right.
Okay. I can do that.
Yep.
Your link?
No, they're code.
Oh, the code.
Will you see anything on your page saying that?
No, you will just see a blank bar. It'll look like there's a space up there, like a blank when you're doing your pages and there's a blank block. It will just look like a blank block.
Okay.
Don't take it away. That's where Google will run ads at if you get approved.
All right. I can do that.
Okay.
All right. So that's that's for where they try to verify they check your ad, check it out first, and then they'll check it, and then they'll let you know.
Yeah.
If you're good or not. Or,
and all they will say is that you've been declined, or they will say congratulations. You'll start seeing ads within 48 hours. If they say you're declined, sometimes they will tell you why. Most of the time it's because you've broken a regulations or didn't follow protocol. Usually that means that your content's not relative enough, or you have too much stuff that's still a copy. Okay. So if you get that, then you need to do some more modifications. If they tell you nothing, just say your pages have been declined. We do not give explanation as to why. The only reason you get that is because you haven't advertised enough. They can't find you anywhere in advertising, either be it in social media, free ad sites, or your site is just too new.
Okay.
So
I haven't been on any of those free ads yet.
Yeah. So if you haven't done any advertising and you've applied for Google AdSense, don't be upset if you get denied the first time, especially if you haven't done.
I've been on, Facebook and the Instagram, but I guess it's probably not going to be enough.
Yeah, you need to get on those free ad sites because they really monitor if your site gets looked at from those links. You won't think so, but that's how you get moved up in Google, is if somebody goes to a social media platform or free ad site and sees your website and they click it and come and start shopping in your website, Google tracks that.
Okay.
So even though you're searchable on Google, they track that as well. But as long as you're advertising, there's like, oh, she's got traffic coming from other than a Google search, then that makes you rank higher in Google ad searches. So that moves you up in the pages of Google. So instead of you being on page 25 in a search, you might be on page 15 and then you move to page 10 because you're getting clicks from those free ad sites in your social media. I have several of my pages that are ranking like 2 and 3 on pages, so I'm getting traffic. That's why I said I looked, and yesterday I had 300 and some hits on my Clickbank. CJ. So that's how you're ranking when you move up. That's what you want. You want to be able to go into your back dashboards and see where you're getting 1,000 clicks a day, because that means people are searching you. You're up there where they can actually find you. So that's what your advertising does, is it gets you recognized so that Google moves you up in their Google search, so that when everybody types in your keyword, you're right there on pages 1, 2, and 3, because most people do not go past page 6 on a search. 7 if you're lucky.
Yeah.
Then they change their keyword search and start looking for something else, or a different way to search for what they're looking for.
Yeah, I do too.
Exactly. Everybody
I generally won't go past page. Sometimes I'll do 3, but hardly ever.
See, and that's the thing. That's why you want to be on pages 2, 3, 4, 5. That's usually the cutoff. If they can't find you on page 5, by the time they get to page 5, they're not going to look anymore. They're going to change their keyword search. So that's why that's why it's important to make sure you advertise as much as possible. I kid y'all not when I tell you I dedicate at least 30 minutes a day to nothing but advertising. And it's not always on the same site. I have several different ad sites. We're always got a whole page dedicated of ad sites. You can advertise in eBay. You can advertise in classifieds. You can advertise in, what is that one that everybody uses? Craigslist. You just have to make sure on, if you're advertising on miscellaneous that you put it like an ad, because it is for advertising. You tell them, hey, you need some stuff, come to my website and purchase it. You advertise in those groups, and make it sound like an ad. Now on your social media, you don't want to sound like an ad. It's social media. You make it sound like a blog, hey, I just wrote about this. I want you to go read about it. You don't make it sound like an ad, but when you're doing free ads, make it sound like an ad. They're there to look for something and to buy something. So make it relevant and make it interesting.
Could you go over that list of places that you can advertise? eBay was one of them?
Yeah, if you go to your Triple R training, and a lot of people overlook this, and we need to really tell Roy he needs to go over it, let people know what's there. If you go to your Triple R training, at the top you have these columns right here. Right here it says free sites, free traffic sites. Right. If you click on just the very first one, there's a whole page of different places that you can advertise. And this is all the different places you just click on and register. You just have to be aware of where you can advertise. Like this one here is for Ocala, Florida. That's the only place that it posts the advertising. Some of them, like this one's global free ads. This goes everywhere. eBay, here's ones for eBay. So you can make sure that if it's eBay, that it's stuff that people can get to. And then each one of these has a multitude of different places you can go and advertise. Some of them have changed, so be aware of that, that some of them have changed to paid sites. So when you go through and look at them, just make sure that it does say free and that you are signing up for the free programs. And like I said, here's some more. I mean, he has them all, and then you have your international. AbleWise has been down for a while. I don't know why.
I think it's up for sale. Last time I saw. So
you can't use that one, and hopefully whoever. I do too. Girl, tell me about it. I got a bunch. But that's why you go through different places, and then these are the free paid programs. Like this one where it says submit your site to 5,000. Make sure your website is completely modified before you submit to this, because you will pay for it. Because I did it the very first time. I was like, oh yeah, 5,000. I'd only been in for a few days, and I hadn't had my site done, and I paid for it. It's like $9 to $12 or something. And in 2 weeks, I got a notification that they was taking it all down because I was a copy, and they did not refund my money.
Ooh. So
some of these paid sites, before you get in there, make sure you are completely 100% modified, because they do not refund your money. Okay.
Well, when you're poor like me, you avoid paid. You do free.
Yeah, stick with free. There's plenty. There's plenty of free sites out there for you to advertise to. And once your page is done, create your template. It makes it a whole lot easier, because a lot of people's asking me, well, God, how can you do 100 ads in a day? I don't have that kind of time to sit there and try to figure out what I'm going to write. I don't have to figure out what I'm going to write. I already have it. It's there. All I'm doing now is just, where do I want to post it? Which headline do I want to use? And, some of the sites that I go to, like, where's this one? This one here, Post to Classified. That's one you have to change it. You can't keep it the same. But guess what? I got 2 of these. I can mix and match, take a sentence out, add a sentence from this one to that one. you know, and it's different. It's got the same information, but it's different. So same thing with my ad, you know, my headline, I got 5 different headlines to choose from. So, you know, I mix and match them, change them around, you know, make it different. But it still says the same thing. It's still going to the same link. So that's why you want to have these templates. And if you know, I only have 4 or 5. If you come up with 10 or 20, that's just even better. You know, and have 3 or 4 different descriptions. That just works better for you. So, you know, like I said, I have that's why I got 3 different templates for ads. One of them's like 38 pages. So I got tired of searching. So I started a new one, and then I got tired of searching with that one and started a new one. But I got 3 different templates that I can go to and find just about any ad for my pages that I want, and mix and match them. So that's what you want to do and be able to do. So create those templates for your pages. All right, guys,
Sheila?
background noise. Yes.
I haven't gotten this far. I just had a question as far as setting up templates and getting a business social media accounts and Facebook, Twitter, etc. Is that something that's included in the training, or that I can do through my instructor? Okay.
Yep. And it's very simple to do, to set up your social media. Most of them, you just pull up Facebook and create an account. That's all you have to do. And then, like with me, I had Facebook for a long time. I didn't do a lot with Instagram. And all you do is, once you sign up, you can go to where it says search for people and find people that you know and say, hey, I just got on Instagram and found you, and request to be a friend, you know. And you'll find like your classroom, you know, high school, college, if you were in college, people at your church, people that you've played ball with, or, you know, anybody that you've had an association with. More than likely they're on Facebook, and just reacquaint yourself with them.
Okay, very good. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
That's a beautiful baby. What's his name? Her name? You're on mute, babe.
Yeah. All right. I don't have anything else. So if there's any other questions, if not, we're going to call it a day.
Okay. Thank you, Sheila, so much.
Yes.
I do have a question. I don't know if you want to cover it at another one or not. It's with Stakebase and using your Stakebase link. Like if you give it to somebody else, because I've tried using my own link, and it says open account, but then it just shows me my link. So how do I?
Well, technically, we can't market Stakebase in the United States.
We can't?
No.
Wow.
You have to market it outside the U.S. because it is not marketable. They're not allowing it right now. But you can market it in Canada. They can use Stakebase in Canada. They can use Stakebase in the UK. They can use Stakebase in Australia. They can use Stakebase in China. They can use Stakebase in Germany. They can use Stakebase in South America. Anywhere right now but the US.
But if you have a student and you want to give them your referral,
you can sign up and market it as a referral. Let's see, but they can't stake Bitcoin. Does that make sense? That you can still market it, but they can't stake Bitcoin.
Okay.
Let me get mine to pull up.
You have to have 64 bits in the computer to be able to do Bitcoin.
Yes, you got to have at least 64 bits.
Yeah.
I found that out the hard way.
Yeah, we still got to get you one. I got to find my Stakebase.
See, that stuff isn't in alphabetical order.
I do. I need to. There it is. All right, whoever's closing doors. I need to hold on a minute, Miss Estelle. I need those that are closing doors and stuff. Please mute yourself, because that really is distracting when someone's listening to a recording or trying to talk. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to ask you, how did you get that background with your Google search page?
Oh, you can change your background on Google.
Oh,
yeah. There's
that's another class.
Really?
Yeah, you can change. You don't have to have. Yeah, y'all have to remind me on some of this stuff. But yeah, you can change your background on Google.
Huh.
I don't even know what I have. Yeah.
It's pretty. It's really pretty.
Oh,
Yes,
thank
it
you.
is.
So now you got me thinking, what did I have up there?
The wine glasses you have.
Oh, okay.
With the pink background.
Yeah, you can change your Google background, and then it just says Google, and then you search the same thing. It has all your information stays there. You just change your background, so you don't have to have just the basic Google image. And yeah, I'll go through that, how you can change. It's real simple. It's a click. You just have to have a picture that you want to put up there.
Cool.
So you're welcome. All right, computer. I need to, well, it's gotten cloudy outside, so I think our storm's going to hit sooner than people are thinking it's going to hit.
You know, the one that come through here, there was no thunder and lightning on it, just rain. And it sounded so good. I didn't have to shut my computer down. Like, yay. Just pouring rain on it. Wow. Now I sound good. I slept late because it was pouring rain.
Yeah, I tend to try to sleep late, but I can't. Just like this morning, I was up at 4:45. I was like, man. Uh-oh.
Where are you, Sheila? I'm in Atlanta, and it's really black here.
Yeah, I'm in North Carolina, and it just got a little overcast. They say it's supposed to hit us tonight at really late, definitely by tomorrow. Well, my stake base don't want to come up, so we're gonna. But you should be, if you don't have your link, go to stakebase.com and then go to log in, and then log in with your information, and it should pull up your information.
Well, I have my link, but if I want to give it to a student, I tried using my link, and it kind of like points me back to myself. So, I mean, how do they, from using my link, get their own link?
Hold on, wait a minute. Mute yourself, the phone call.
Sorry, that was me with Zopia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, somebody picked it up. So
okay, gotcha. Well, if I can get Stakebase to pull up, I'll show you how we can. Because your link, all that is once they log in, it should have your name there.
And it does, and then it says like open account, and then when I click on open account, it like points me back to my link. So I'm must be missing something.
What you need, because you don't want to do, you want to do the referral.
Yes.
And it should have a option there for you to sign up as a affiliate, a referral.
Okay.
Once they sign up with your link, they're going to create an account, and then they should have a referral link, because everything's going to be linked to you.
No, is this your link you're using to get on here?
No, this is this is my my information.
Yeah.
Okay.
See the referral dashboard?
And see, mine's showing up blank because this is an old one. Actually, I need to go back into the new one that I saved. But when you come here and they register, they're going to register with your link. And I shouldn't have to register.
Okay, no, I'm sorry. I must have turned away or something. No, how did you, what URL did you use to log on?
You've already, you have your link, right?
I have my link, yes.
You already have your referral link. Now, is it yours or your sponsors?
It's, I believe it's mine. It says my name and my link.
Okay, so that link is for you to give to other people. Now, if you want to go to log into Stakebase.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if you want to log into Stakebase to see what you have, then you just go into Stakebase. And go to log in.
Okay.
And then that will pull up all of your information for your Stakebase. I don't check it, so it's probably kicked me out, and I have to go in and log in, and I got to remember what I logged in as.
Okay.
That's the pain.
So this is how you get on, how I get on rather, just in general to stake base. But if I want to give my referral link to somebody, I give it to them. But I guess I'm still confused. Where is it that they sign up from my link and get their own link?
Yeah, when you give them your referral link,
Mm-hmm.
it brings them to stake base. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then they need to go in and register.
Okay, register.
Yeah, right
okay.
here where it says register.
Okay.
All right, and because they are in with your link, that will be your registration. So once they go in and register with your referral link, they will go in and register. They don't have to do all this stuff up here, none of that. They just need to verify their email. And then once they do that, then they can come up here to the affiliate program, because we do not have these. We cannot do the KYC because we cannot market in the US.
Okay.
Okay. And then once you get that, and like I said, I got to go back in and redo mine. Once you do that, then you can go here to your affiliate program.
Mm-hmm.
And once everything gets registered and everything is okay, I got to go back and redo mine. It will actually have an affiliate link, and it will tell you how many people has been to your site and everything, all your tiers, just like it does with computer.
Okay. I think I got it.
Yeah. So once you come to referral link after they log in, you just click that, and then this should be filled out. So mine's not, because I got to go back in and redo everything. See, this is probably where you're getting.
Yes. This is where I'm at. Yep.
Yeah. So if they have, this is just the stakebase.com. They should have whatever your link is here.
Okay.
And if they don't have that, then you messed something up. But they should have your link. And if this is your link and they're seeing this, then you want to go to register, not open an account.
Okay.
Because we can't market in the United States.
Okay, let me see.
Because this is my stake base. I'll get mine. And it's going to have a weird looking number. I mean, a weird
link.
Yeah, it's long, and it's got a lot of digits and characters. If you were in BitGex, it's the same thing. It just says stake base. So this is my stake base link.
Mm-hmm.
And so yours should look something like that. It should have reference equals and then whatever follows it.
Uh-huh.
And if it doesn't have that, then you don't have the right referral link to give them. Okay. And
so could you mind putting that in a browser and see what it comes up with for you, please? See if my page looks like your page.
All right. I told it to open up, so let's see if we can get it to open up. Open hyperlink. If not, we'll copy it.
My computer, if I click on the link and hit the control button at the same time, it'll open up that page.
Yep, that's what mine does. See, see, that's what it should look like right there.
Okay, yeah, so far so good.
And it's probably going to pull up to where it says that account and open.
Yep.
Okay. She just want to see if hers look like yours.
Yeah, because I don't remember seeing a register on my page. it seems like I only see the open account.
Yeah, if you look up here where it says log in and register.
Not sure. I probably should do it.
Probably does, and you just didn't notice it.
Yeah. So yeah, if it should say log in and register, or register, and you want them to register, not open an account, because we can't open an account in the United States.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I'm doing it over again here, just to see if I get the same thing. Okay, so all right, so I do that, then you get that page. Oh, wait a minute, what happened to it? I see. I'm not getting register on my page when I open up with my link.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting well, I can't do that, can I? I'm at the top there. I get the stake base, exchange, balances, history, affiliate program, coin, vote, and log out. That's it. And then down in the middle of the page, I get the open an account, go to exchange.
All right. Go to where it says affiliate.
Okay. All right. I'm there, and I'm still not getting register.
No, but what does it show when you say see affiliate program?
My name and how long I've been a member, and then it gives my referral. It says referral dashboard, gives my referral link, but and then a tier 1, tier 2 earnings. Blah,
okay.
Blah, blah.
So what you're doing is you're logging into your own account, so it's thinking that it's you.
So how do I?
So that's why. But see, now if somebody else that's not you does that, they should get the register and the log in.
Okay, all right.
But because it's you and you're on your computer, you've saved it, it's thinking that you're logging into your own dashboard. That's why it's giving you the log out.
But if I give it to somebody, my link to put in the address field, for them to log into, they should see what.
They should see the register and the login.
Okay, all right, gotcha. I think that was where my confusion was. Okay.
Yeah, because you're logging in, and see, because mine's giving me that option, mine's blank. So I got to go back in and redo mine, because and you need to go in it at least once a week to keep it updated, and I haven't been in mine since we changed over. So because you're logging in, just like with your website, if you go and try to search your website on the computer that you're the admin, it's automatically will put you in admin status. So you'll see all your edits and modify and everything up there. Same thing with Stakebase, because you're logging in under your computer, under your system, it's thinking you're just checking your dashboard. So that's why you only had the log out option, because it's thinking you're logging into your dashboard.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So if so if you give that link to somebody else, they will log in and they will see the same thing that you have, but up in the corner they should have log in and register, because they're not you.
Okay, perfect.
And just make sure that the link that you see up there where it says copy link is the same one that you have that you were trying to get in with.
Okay. All right, thank you.
And you're very welcome. All right, anybody else? All righty then, dears. Just remember, next week I won't be here.
I didn't hear that.
Next week, I didn't ever get that answer.
We were supposed to be going to the Renaissance Festival.
Oh, okay.
But my husband has his last tournament is here. They're actually doing a charity tournament for Toys for Tots. And so any bit of money that they raise after they pay their fees and stuff, they're giving it over to Toys for Tots, and he had forgotten about it.
Well, you know what? They shut that business down in Fort Smith. They closed it down. I'm going, man.
Oh, wow. Yeah, they still have it up and ready. Actually, they do it for the police stations around here.
Right. Well, they got
and the fire departments. Yeah. So we're doing that, and then so we'll be out there raising money for the Toys for Tots.
Did you ask us if you could be off?
You weren't here last week, so.
I'm sorry?
I said you weren't here last week when I announced it, so you didn't get
that's what you know what? When I got out of my meeting, I tried to get on, but you had finished by then. So
I heard you coming on is at the end she was signing off everybody.
Yeah, we actually finished on time last week. So but the good thing is I will be doing the Thursday night webinar for Paul.
For Paul. Yes.
Okay.
So I will be doing the Thursday night webinar for Paul.
And what are you covering? on that?
Me and Paul's going to be discussing it this week to see,
Okay.
because he's actually started a series, since we're going to be fostering in the Wine Ambassador Club members and getting them into PBS, the ones that want to do it. So we're kind of setting a game plan on how we want to do our Thursday night meetings from now on, instead of just being
he picked the
haphazard,
best
random
person to work with.
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did.
So, well, I thank you guys. Y'all make it easy when y'all
Well, I was on the Thursday training